Hello everybody, Burnedoutguy here, and welcome to OutWorld Station. Alright, so something new has started happening out here. These things started going off. That's pretty crazy. You can attack them too, which I thought was kind of interesting. Um, but yeah, I wonder if that's like something that's going to happen all the while. It probably is going to happen all the time, right? So if we look here, we got a little bit of a map. It's not a huge map. There are anomalies out here. We do have quantum rift things here, so we'll have a quick little gander around and see what's here. I'm sure there's not going to be too much other than these rifts, right? So if we have a look at the map, we have 3 of those quantum rifts here, and then we have a constant bombardment of these things coming through. So if we ever do put anything out here, we're going to have to make sure that it's well defended, because these things are probably going to wreak havoc all over the place. So yeah, but let's go back to the very beginning. Oh man, I could look at this all day. It's so beautiful. Let's go back to the beginning here and check out what is going on, and we can check out our objectives. All right, so the first thing we're gonna have a look at is going to be the ArkShip. Since last time, this is kind of like what we did too. We also hit level 13, so we're capable of doing this now, right? So 50,000 megawatts. So we're gonna need quite a few of those of these things afterwards, huh? Which ones are they? The antimatter reactors. We're gonna need quite a few of those going if we're gonna get to 50,000, right? Oh, wild. Maybe that's why they have all those antimatter things. Anyways, whatever. We'll get the stuff that were required. We'll also hook up these things here, so that way they can start transferring their stuff over. And I believe it was quantum computers too. We'll hook up quantum computers to that, and then we just need 100 of these and a stack of these. Perfect. No sense of hooking them up, right? We can just like toss them over. There you go. That completes them. And then whenever this is done, then we'll come back and we'll watch it expand and grow and see what happens here. So kind of curious. So back when that happens. Oh, let's check out our objectives too. Space elevator. 1,000. That's nothing. We can do that. Let's do this. Space elevator. While waiting for that, right? Gotta kill 2 birds with 1 stone. There we go. We got the first objective complete. Oop, sorry. Hold on. It's gonna make us some new stuff. Space elevator. We unlocked nanotube cable. That's a new
You have
product.
unlocked the space elevator. This massive orbital structure is capable of lifting valuable items, materials, and parts from the surface of a planet, ready to be used in your station.
Okay.
The objectives panel contains new objectives for you.
So, yes, please show me this. Yeah, I figured it was going to be over there, right? Does this mean like we can get like more materials faster, or is this another one of those things where you choose how much materials you're going to get? Oh, look, no, come on. What? They become like a factory? That's pretty sick. Okay, we're gonna have to check that out, because I would do supercomputers in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Because if we can get supercomputers coming back to the main base, OMG, that solves like our quantum computer problem. Like, bam, baby, bam. Okay, let's do that. Let's check out this monstrosity. Where did they hide it? Space elevator. So we just need... Okay, let's check out these micro nanotubes. Where are you, micro nanotube? Have I passed you already? Right there. Okay, so it's very easy to do. It's in a fabricator. Let's fabricate this then. Awesome. Now we'll take this guy and we'll set him up as a nanotube man. So now we just gotta get the crystals, which are here. Bring down to there. We get the nanos. We'll bring those to here. Most excellent. Let's check the recipe out. 10 and 1. We'll put that to 5 to 1. Most beautiful. We will link this back to the container. And now we can start to duplicate these things. Let's start off with 5 and see how well they furnish, because the crystals are used in our also famous things down here, and I don't want to really affect that production at all, so that's not good. Oh, particle storm, quantum storm. Let's go see what a quantum storm looks like. Oh baby, oh, it's just non-stop bombarding it on. Wild. You poor thing. Neutronium. Okay, so that's new. That is totally new. I bet you that's gonna have some kind of a friggin' production line with that stuff going on. Man, oh man, that's gonna be wild. All right, so that's making our nanotubies. Let's make sure that we don't make 1 billion of this stuff. So 500 and 500. It was only requiring 1,000 anyways, right? So, what were we looking at? Oh yes, the space elevator and the microfusion reactors. We have those, no problem. So once we get 1,000 of those, well, we'll have a look at the space elevator. Because, like, dude, seriously, supercomputers, if we can bring that stuff back. Wild. Hook up a thing right here, hooked up to that. That would just be constantly feeding these. And then we'd have no more problem with actually making them. That'd be great. So stoked. So how's this doing? I just want to make sure it doesn't overdo it. So as soon as it gets to 12, I think it should undo it maybe, because I don't want it going up to 50, even though it will. Maybe it'll just do the demand of 12. Maybe I'll be that lucky. We'll have a look, because if it does more than 12, well then we'll find out after this large engine, right? So if it puts in a 13th, we know to stop it. There you go. It's official. The large engine stayed there, so it's only going to deliver what's needed, which is very nice. Same with the antimatter fuel. So the only one left is just the antimatter reactor and the quantum computers. When these stop making the sensor arrays, this is a huge help, because then that starts to flood these things more to make more of the super computers, which is pretty good. So now that that's done, these will stop being sent stuff once it gets to like 40, I believe, and then we'll be good to go. These things are making pretty quick. They're coming in pretty fast, I have to admit. 18 a minute. This seems to be furnishing quite nicely, so I got no complaints. The next one is there pretty much well right after, so not bad, not bad. There we go. We now have our 1,000 nano cables, so let's head off into here. I'm thinking about the wormhole too, right? Or should we do it backwards, like start with a wormhole and then put the space elevator on the wormhole, and then we just send it straight into the wormhole kind of thing? Should that be a thing? Oh wow, okay. How much power do you consume? Lots. Means I'm gonna have to make a more power source here. Another power source. Okay, so this I'm gonna have to move then. Alright, yeah, so we're gonna have to use 5 and 6 here, and we're gonna have to make another line of power going out this way. No choice, no choice. Alright, so let's go back to 2 and set it up, right? So it uses 2,500. I didn't know how much it was using before, so it was hard to calculate how much I was kind of missing, right? 2,500. That's quite a bit, actually. Because these things here are only 250. So I would need a whole other massive room like that. It's wild, man. Well, these things are full and they seem to be keeping up, so could I just not like maybe loop it around? We can try something like that. I'm gonna put 10 in. My math is correct, it should be 10. Alright, all those are getting power. And let me see about upgrading all these pipes. Okay, I need this tungsten carbide. Okay, so I went and upgraded all the pipes on this side and the other side. We added an extra 10. So technically, I'll redo that thing. I'll put it over here and we'll start building something over here. We'll toss the space elevator in and perfect. This time, full power. How are we doing? Okay, well, we're borderline, my friends, borderline. I should add a couple more of these. All right, that seems good. I think we have a good little leeway there. Because we got 8,100 produced, so we'll see if we'll be okay. Anyways, supercomputers for sure. I can't believe this. Is this really gonna make me supercomputers? Okay, this is awesome. This is so awesome. Oh baby, all right. This is really cool. Oh, F8 super computers. Beautiful. Very beautiful. Now let's go to the first one and set up something for the supercomputers to go there. All right, so our supercomputer thing is like right here. So that go into there. Oh, this one main base supercomputer. And then we'll link the two. So excited. We'll upgrade it. Our supercomputers are going in here. And then they should be populating this thing down here. Right? Got 40 of them in there. But I think is that the only thing I'm using supercomputers for? So that means I should be able to make these maybe faster now. Because technically it's just a little bit of this, right? These we got enough coming in. This might be a slight problem, but this should be okay. Now everybody start making quantum computers. This is beautiful. Very nice, very nice. Okay, those were so cool that I'm gonna put another one next to it. Damn, that's what I thought was gonna happen. So is that what we're off by? We're off by 1,000 something. Okay, being on the outside, I have a little bit more of an advantage. I can add a few more of them, but we only need 4 of them really. Those 4 are plugged in, so let's go see if I can turn that back on and if it works. Oh man, we're still short. Now we should be fine. You two are gonna go get supercomputers, and you're gonna go to there. Yeah, because it's just not enough. Honestly, it's just not enough. But 2 of these should be fine. Because then that would be 200, however, so whatever, right? And why all of a sudden did it just jump up in power like that? So what's going on? Are these broken now or what? Did I make all the supercomputers that I could out of this world, or None of these seem to be working anymore. Well, they're just made really slow too, I think. Interesting. So they're not super fast either being made up here. Why was it really quick the first little bit and then now it's really slow? Anyhow, we have everything required. It's just apparently now we're missing the power all of a sudden. Like, look at the fluctuations, huh? There we go. Now we got more than enough. Now we don't. Ah, that's insane. All right, so let's go down and put another one of these things. Okay, so apparently more quantum ones are going in there for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe there's some in the next one, but I'm going to unlink that for now. So it shall no longer go there. Yeah, so I don't really think you can do two on the same resource. It's only looking like you can do just the one on each resource. Very unfortunate. It was filling up the other one. Yeah, we'll just have one, I guess. Kind of disappointing, but I guess they do try to limit you on bastards. But don't get me wrong, it did help on the super quantum computer thing there. We are starting to store them up, so that's a good thing. Right now, we're just waiting on materials so that way we can build another one of these things. So taking the ones out of the quantum storage, I should be able to build another one. That's good. This should receive stuff. It's a copy of that one, so there we go. Now we should be generating how much power? 11,000. Anyways, let's complete the stage. Okay, so we got a shell. Alright, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's pretty decent for a shot. I like that. That's actually a really nice looking ship too. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And then we're just missing the last one. Nice. Well, that's very cool. That's very cool. And you're only using 14. Don't tell me you're using my batteries. Ah. Well, look at it peak though. It says does peak to 21. That's interesting. I might have to go and once I get enough of these super conductors back there, I'll have to go build a couple. Well, I have to go build like 10 of them anyways at one point or another because in order to satisfy this, 10 of those is what I'm gonna need. So that's insane. Make like a nice big long line of them going this way or something. How's this thing doing? Not bad. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's where we're going to call today's episode. We did pretty good. Ended up making some new things, the nanotubes. We did the first stage of the ship by the looks of it. That's pretty awesome. Next episode, we'll jump in and, oh yeah, we also added all this stuff over here. So we got our new space elevator going on, added more power. Yeah, it all takes time to do, all good stuff. Just wish this was a little bit faster, but you know, every once in a while you're going to get 100 supercomputers coming up here, and you know that's going to help your production out quite a bit downstairs too, right? So eventually I think what I should do when it comes to the supercomputer aspect of things, right, is kind of open these ones all up. I know it sounds pretty crazy to do, but I think that's what we're going to do. That way, when we do have like a down period time where we're not using all those supercomputers and all that kind of other stuff, well, it can just get really, really backed up. And then when we start making our ships or whatever, like, well, we have lots in storage. And yeah, I think that would be a really, really good plan for us to do. So, but anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the episode, everybody. Like, subscribe, peace, take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.